Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm Julia Pinkham, and this is the Bamboo Fusion Tai Chi Fit, Tai Chi for Veterans program. There's nothing to do or learn, and you can just follow along, and you can start where you are, all ages, all levels. And if I'm standing, you can be seated, and we're going to all get into and practice being in flow. So we'll just start right where we are from the beginning. Opening to the dawn, arriving in the present moment, breathing in and breathing out. The sunrise, pink clouds and flower petals dusting through the morning. We're opening our heart, opening the arms, settling into the standing, grounding, rising up like branches and flower petals, blossoming and flourishing in the morning light, streaming through the windows, standing upright, grounded, firm, rooted, sinking the chi. And the foot takes a step out, either foot, and we'll open the arms, opening the heart. And the hands rise up like strings from a marionette. And then we can become this rag doll, softening the shoulders, letting the elbows and the wrists, the hips and the knees and the feet sink like a mime down that glass door, opening and rising like the tide, sinking into this flow. And then from the bottom, we'll sit into our chair pose. Look up and reach up. And then let that, like the water dripping down the shower wall, letting it go. And softening and opening and settling in. Warming up the body, opening the joints. Letting the chi flow. Letting the breath naturally rise and fall. Expanding, slowing down, and then sink again onto your imaginary throne here on the top of the mountain. You can go as low or stay high as you want to go. And then we're going to shake that out, getting into the river, moving with the tide, side to side, gentle breeze in the wind. And then it's a heel step, opening side to side, and we're going to shift weight and cross and open. Always honoring and respecting the body. We're going to stay safe and continuous in this circling, double circle. The hand floats over in front of the elbow and sits up on top of the chest, the elbow. And wide stance out to fold at the waist and then come back up, rising up. And we're going to dig into the garden. So it's a central channel. Oh, I weeded my garden. And the weeds came up easy after the soft rain. And the ground was soft. And so we're going to just slide down that central channel and rise back up, creating space for ourselves, planting, watering the flowers daily, getting our roots to then lift us up. And you can reverse and go up and settle back down and lifting through the earth, through the body, opening, clearing that central channel. And then we'll gathering our earth chi to our chest and sending out You can take a bow and arrow and sending loving kindness and compassion first to ourselves, and then gather and release and release the Cupid's arrows, sending out love from our wide stance, and then take either side and we'll opening the sky, opening to the horizon, wide blue, pink, orange, golden, sunrise over the mountain. And here we are standing firm, tall, rooted, grounded, connecting, and turn your arms like the giant wingspan and look out over the horizon. And the wings fly across the chest and the whole back. And this is like chewing gum and tapping your belly. We're just gonna have our arms like palms drifting in the tropical breeze. And then we step and brush. The hands can paint the sky any color. Choose your palette. We've got lilacs, we've got tulips, got white blossoms floating, cherry blossoms, pear blossoms, and then cross, and it's a rainbow arcing over above your head, just to drop in and fold and bend and open and close. And we're warming up, and we prepare to brush and push across the sky, rewind, and continue. It's a continuous whole body from the heel out the palm, connecting in one swoosh. And then we dial that back and turn it into this Tai Chi swimming. And you can warm up either side, and your whole side in the hand goes over your shoulder and presses forward. You can imagine the water molecules like you're in the ocean, and the wave behind you pushes and propels you forward, carrying you along in this stream of life, swimming through the generations. And here we can roll back and forth, alternating side to side, my eyes following my fingertips along to the front, breathing in the white full moon rises over the ocean and then tips over, dripping moonlight on the side, opening the elbows, opening the fingertips, and then return and switch over to the other side. And from here, one hand to the heart, step out either side, and we're going to pull ourselves in, preparing for this triangle pose. Pull yourself in and then drop in wherever you are and slide down to the triangle pose. You can let that sink in, and you can feel that stretch in your side, and then use your fingertips to lift you and carry you back to that natural alignment before stepping out. Pull your toe rope in, pull yourself to the shore, and then drop anchor and drop in to the position, sliding down to wherever you're still safe and comfortable, and then lifting yourself back up. We return to the head, over the chest, over to the hips, and then we can roll right around the clouds like two ships crossing in the night, waving. The thoughts cross and disappear and continue. White clouds, golden sunshine, a clear blue sky, and then your ship drops anchor, and we create this, the wind at your back, smooth sailing, this air of protection, this force field, and a single whip. Let that all go, drifting side to side, and then opening the heart, watching the hand cross, gazing out into the horizon, into the distance, and then we'll shift across, spiraling the hands across the face and the waist. And if you want to step in so you can have a wider step, we're going to reverse the circle and go into the snake creeps down, and it's like arms of the Milky Way. You can expand and look into the distance, following, tracing the stars through and open, and then that step in, heel, step in to wide step out, and the fingertips rise up like the moon, encircle that continuous motion down and around and through. You can go deeper and wider as you want to go, and then heel, step, and everything gathers into the center as we prepare for the white crane. It's an empty step. So we'll begin to challenge in our stability so we can practice our balance. And this body turns into the Tai Chi symbol, opening the back, and we'll fold and glance at our reflection and come right back up and return to the crane. We're getting ready. Prepare and then fold, testing the waters, glance at your reflection and return. It's an empty stance. So I'm already ready to go into the tree pose. So when I come up, I'm going to bring everything up. Everything's going to come up. And here I am, grounded, rooted, firm, even wobbling, shaking, practicing stability, and then go back to the crane. The crane spreads its wings. Go fishing, test the water, glancing at the reflection, and everything comes up, everything comes in. Tall, upright, rooted. In return, and then into the gathering the moon. And this series, we'll break it down. Rotating the moon, ward off, and the bottom hand comes out in a defense protection, and the top hand presses down. And the transition is like a needle in the thread, and then double spiral or roll over and ward off on the other rotation of the moon. Rolling right along, transition and rotate. And if you want to step out, you can get a little bit more space, and the top hand comes down and we become like water. Softening, opening, yielding, getting out of our own way, and the water just streams right by. And then we go forward, diving in to roll around and hold the moon, stepping out on the other side. And the water streams over and by us. We just carry that softness, opening, yielding through the routine, flowing all the way around, stepping over the stones, rolling by, and now we're going to push into the corner. So you squeeze, double squeeze, let that press from your feet into your forearm, holding your space, creating this position of defense, and then down and around, double spiral over to the other corner, open and soften, and then protect, letting the light in, squeezing into the corner, pressing your whole body from your foot to the hand, this mind-body-spirit connection. We rotate and open. We soften and we yield. And we press out. And here's where we have this push hands with two persons, where it can be connecting, dancing through the ethers, virtual. And we are dancing through life in this Tai Chi, opening, and together, opening from the heart. We transition across and starting from the beginning, down and out, and then fold and toss across the beach ball and catch it and bring it in and then send it out. And together we can toss the chi, take it in and send it back out. And we'll all opening the heart, opening the window, and put the whole thing together. Transforming down and in and back out and across. We continue and press and bring in and send out. And then to end, we go back to the beginning and we open the heart and open the mind. We bring the chi through the body back down to the earth, and it bubbles up, this Buddha belly, and we've got spring-loaded joints, so everything's like a chain link, and you lift it, and then you release it, letting that flow come from the inside out in all directions, sending chi, radiant, letting it go, open, and through, and in, and out, and up, and let it all down from the inside and out. The mindfulness, the awareness of the present moment, centering and letting go, softening, opening, and receiving. And I'm Julia Pinkham, and this is Bamboo Fusion. It's the Monday morning flow show, movement meditation, and my positive thought for the day. Been reading on longevity, and one of the most important things, of course, for longevity is emotional health and having a way to regulate our emotions and increase our tolerance for stress. And I so appreciate the Tai Chi and the Tai Chi Fit Flow for having that daily mind, body, spirit practice. So I'm happy to be here. It's my pleasure. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back every Monday at 11:30, and we'll continue to practice and learn and grow together in the flow.
Thank you. Great class.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Om Shanti.